Hey guys, it's Matt. Your ideas for the day are number one, the odor alert. Nobody enjoys walking into a wall of unpleasant odor. Imagine a device that detects bathroom odor. If the odor is unpleasant, then a small light would turn red outside of the bathroom's entrance. Now, if the winds are kind, however, the light would remain green. There need to be some type of grace period between when the person using the restroom leaves and when that light turns green or red, so that that person is able to escape without feeling guilty for doing the deed. I can't take credit for this idea. This is actually a friend of mine's, but I don't think it stinks. Number two, medical matcher. I actually own this domain name. Another friend of mine approached me recently with a derivation, and I think the math might actually work. Here's how it works. You approach 15 reputable, qualified healthcare clinics. The key is that they need to be local, though, hyper-local, ideally, in one or maybe a handful of zip codes. Each clinic pays about $3,000 a month, so that's a total of $45,000 in recurring revenue. In exchange, they get a full profile on your website that you would need to develop. You'd pay $30,000 a month to run television, radio, and online ads to direct traffic to that website, which helps the traffic that goes to it find qualified medical professionals based on their unique healthcare needs. So it'd be kind of like a TurboTax experience for the user. It would ask them certain questions, and based on their answers, it would recommend particular healthcare practitioners. What results is that the patients find the care that they need based on their answers. Clinics receive qualified leads on a recurring basis, and you receive $15,000 in recurring monthly revenue. Now, this model is neat because it can actually be duplicated for a variety of qualified professions. So it could be duplicated for law, it could be duplicated for healthcare, it could be duplicated for roofing. You would want to target niches where each lead that you generated would be pretty high value. And you could do this for every single decently sized city. This is a neat idea. Number three, sunscreen is crazy. I know this is potentially controversial. On a recent trip, I asked a friend, in 100 years, what do you think that we will look back on and say, what in the world were we doing? What were we thinking? Today, for instance, if we looked back only 67 years, you'd see advertisements with doctors recommending that their parents smoke tobacco. I hope that in 100 years, we'll look back and not think that anything we're doing today is as ludicrous as that. But I'm also not dumb enough to think that that will necessarily be the case. One thing I do think that we are doing today that might be unhealthy is slathering on sunscreen with reckless abandon. We are dousing ourselves with its chemicals every 4 hours like our lives depend on it. And they might actually depend on it. I do not know. But maybe they don't. I'm really not sure. I do think that it is a healthy conversation to have. At the very least, what I would recommend is staying away from certain sunscreens that the environmental working group classifies as being unhealthy. And you can find those at www.ewg.org. And I've included this link to that specific webpage on the post that accompanies this video. Number 4, credit checking dating app. This is a very simple concept. A dating app that's only for singles who have a minimum credit score. And my recommendation is 650. Why? Quality control. I think it's a pretty good idea. Number 5, video ideas. A la this video. People learn in different ways and like to mentally check out when browsing on social media. Maybe I should record a video of me reading my ideas in addition to writing them. This is an idea in action. It's amazing. And the purpose for this is just so that more of my friends can enjoy them, get some value out of it. I'm always up for an experiment, and I would appreciate it if you let me know what you think in the comments below. And on that note, my ears have also been to the ground. A number of my friends have recommended that I trim my 10 ideas down to 5 that I share publicly. So that is actually what I'm planning on doing, is sharing 5 ideas publicly. I will, however, continue to create 10 ideas each day. I'm only going to share 5 publicly. If you are interested in getting all of my ideas to satisfy you, and honestly, I like you. If you like all my ideas, I like you. If you don't like my ideas, I like you too. But if you want to at least read all my ideas, I love that. And what I'm going to do to satisfy that craving is I'm going to send a weekly email of all 70 weekly ideas of mine via email once every Sunday. So if you'd like me to send that to you, please leave a comment below simply with your email address. Okay? So until tomorrow, you all take care.